looked at some photos, that's all. I just looked at one photo.
Yeah, I just looked at pictures too. How young were they?
Shut Up and Dance episode yanks us into the increasingly nightmarish world of Kenny, a shy, awkward teenager working a mundane job. His private life takes a terrifying turn when malware infects his laptop and unseen hackers record him masturbating. The email arrives like a digital guillotine. We saw what you did. The anonymous tormentors, known only by the menacing "always watching" moniker, don't want money, not directly. They demand absolute obedience, sending Kenny on a series of increasingly bizarre and criminal errands via cryptic text messages with strict deadlines. Failure to comply means the incriminating video gets leaked to everyone in his contacts.
What did you do, Kenny? They're saying it's kids. You've been looking at kids. And Lindsay's on. There's some video of you. You're doing like all of her friends have got it. Kids, Kenny. Tell me they're not.
Battered and broken, Kenny stumbles away, perhaps believing his ordeal is over. But the episode delivers its final, devastating twist. Hector, despite his compliance, receives a troll face meme on his phone. The hackers have leaked his information to his wife anyway. Simultaneously, Kenny's mother calls him, her voice choked with disgust and disbelief, revealing that his video showing him looking at kids has been sent to his sister and her friends. As police sirens wail in the background, closing in on him, Kenny, too, receives the troll face. The ending is a brutal confirmation. There was never any escape. The game was rigged from the start, designed purely for the sadistic amusement and moralistic, albeit twisted, judgment of the unseen hackers. Compliance, suffering, and even murder meant nothing. The exposure was always the endgame. The final troll face serves as a mocking indictment, not just of the victims, but perhaps even of the audience for their journey with Kenny. Unlike episodes about digital consciousness or futuristic implants, the technology in Shut Up and Dance is terrifyingly real and present right now. Webcam hacking, malware, and sextortion are common crimes. The episode's horror isn't speculative. It's a grounded thriller that feels like it could happen to anyone with a laptop. This immediate realism creates a relentless, stomach-churning tension from the very first email. There's no learning curve for the audience. We instantly understand the threat, and it feels personal. For 95% of its runtime, you are locked into Kenny's perspective. Alex Lawther gives a tour de force performance, making you feel every ounce of his panic, his shame, and his desperation. You suffer with him. You want him to get away. The episode masterfully convinces you that he is just a normal, awkward kid who made an embarrassing mistake and is now the victim of a monstrously disproportionate punishment. We, the audience, are put in the position of justifying his escalating actions. Okay, robbing a bank is terrible, we think, but his whole life is about to be ruined over a moment of private weakness. He has no choice. We become his accomplices, morally speaking. Lawther's performance is key to the episode's sickening power. He initially portrays Kenny with such vulnerability and palpable fear that the audience is almost forced into sympathy. His nervous tics, his youthful awkwardness, and his evident terror make his plight agonizing to watch. This makes the final reveal of his pedophilia all the more shocking and forces a deeply uncomfortable reevaluation of the empathy extended to him. The episode masterfully manipulates the viewer by withholding this crucial piece of information, making us complicit in hoping for the escape of someone whose crime is universally condemned. Users on IMDb have rated Shut Up and Dance highly, with a score of 8.4 from over 62,000 votes. This indicates a strong, positive reception, with many reviewers citing its suspense, performances, and devastating twist as highlights, often calling it one of the darkest and most impactful episodes. On Rotten Tomatoes, the episode holds a tomato meter score of around 67%. While this is lower than some other Black Mirror episodes, the critical reviews often acknowledge its power and unflinching bleakness. Some critics found its nihilism almost too much to bear, while others praised its audacity and the way it provokes a profound sense of unease and forces viewers to confront uncomfortable truths.